You're used to it already. Abandonment feels safe to you because it happened when you were a child. A lot of times you think you're in love with the man. You're not even in love with him. You're in love with the feeling that he gave you. Hey girl, so let's have a conversation and talk about how to break toxic cycles with men. Ooh, so girl, I used to be a girl who always had a man, and I will always have the same man in rotation. I knew men from years ago that I will always keep in my life. Either abandon me and leave me for a period of time and come back, and I was calling it love. I'm like, is this my soulmate or confusing it? And men in my life who, you know, were just doing the same thing over and over again, and I kept letting them back in, leaving them out, saying I'm done, and then letting them back in. And I would meet new men who were exactly like the old men, who basically just dressed up in different clothes, different face, different skin color. I got to a place, y'all, where I was so tired of going through the same thing. I literally struggled with men for a really long time, y'all. I'm not even going to lie to nobody. Like, everybody has had different struggles in life. This was one of the areas that I really did struggle in, and I want to share like a little bit of what helped me overcome and break the habits. Obviously I'm not perfect, but this is something that helped me, and hopefully it helps you if you're feeling stuck. If you want to leave this man alone but you can't, he cheated on you, he betrayed you, or whatever the case may be, and you feeling like you're so stuck that you can't get out. I wish I had somebody to tell me this stuff, because when I was going through everything, I had nobody to tell me. Girl, that's why I'm finna tell you. So let's get into the video. All right, so the first step to breaking like a toxic relationship pattern or toxic habits or relationships with men, the first step is to identifying why you're doing it. Why do you feel like you can't leave this man alone? We often tend so much to think about the man and what the man did and his action and his cheating, and he had the baby. He was bogus. We're not even gonna tell you that he's not bogus. I'm not even gonna play that he wrong. We gonna acknowledge that he wrong. However, a lot of what the man does is just a reflection of what you allowed. All the time, sometimes, you know, some outlandish things might happen out of the blue, but a lot of the times I allow the situations that took place. Like, we allow the situations that take place because we won't leave them. The reason we get into the situations in the first place is the thing that nobody thinks about, because see, it's not even about just this guy. If you look back 5 guys ago, or 2 guys ago, or 3 guys ago, or 10 guys, like however many numbers, right? However many relationships, if you look back, you will see that it's always the same type of man, the same type of way the relationship is ending, it's the same feelings, the same emotions, the same type of dates. It's the same, it's giving the same. So what is actually like driving you to be going through the same things over and over again? And when you know why you doing something, you know, it may not change your action immediately, but it helps you better understand the steps that you need to take to be able to get there. Because a lot of the time we lack the knowledge and really the knowing on how to get to the next level. So easy all the time to just move on. That's not always the answer, because you can move on, but then what, you gonna leave your feelings behind? You're just gonna leave back what happened? Like, you have to process and go through those things. So we're gonna talk about it. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? Over time that I started to learn about, like, I started learning through different resources, like just different things, and really as I like got closer to God, and we had to go back on like generational patterns and any encounters, the encounters I had with God as well, God confronted my past too. I'm not even gonna lie to nobody. So I know that it's important to God, and I know that it's important to people, and we just try to pretend like it's not. So one big thing for me that I realized, I was a child, I was okay, it's A and the M word, you guys can read lips. That happened to me as a child, and I remember, like, even from a little girl up, it happened to me from like maybe, I don't even know the exact age, to be honest, but I know it was going on from when I was really young up until I was about 9 years old. I remember just being in first grade thinking about a boyfriend. Like, I'm in first grade, second grade, third grade. Like, my mind was always thinking about men and relationships, and like I was super young thinking about that stuff. And I was always trying to gravitate or attach myself to a man and wanting to be liked from the time I was in first grade, probably even before then. To be liked, I wanted to be seen, I wanted to be touched. Like, it was not right, but that was what my mindset was because of how I grew up. So I'm subconsciously looking for what was done to me, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, let me just see if I could get this here and there. And then as I got older, it got worse because I was looking forward to different men. You get older, you lose your virginity, like then you get these toxic relationships. But that was what I was looking for. I was looking for somebody to come into my life and like choose me or finally pick me, or you know, to feel like, you know, like something, like I meant something. Although that was happening to me, I think subconsciously it was teaching me that, oh, I needed to be seen and chosen and hide it. So when you do things, you can always look back to your past to see why did you do that. And so I looked back at all my relationships and I looked back to, it was men that hurt me. It was always a man that hurt me or did something to me in a foul way. But I was always taking them back, always calling it love, always literally going to the same type of men. I mean, literally sleeping with the same type of men, crying over the same type of men, putting myself in the same type of situations where I'm being abandoned, where I'm being left, where I'm being embarrassed over and over and over again. As I actually discovered that I was searching for this feeling, and I was trying to go to whoever I felt like was going to give it to me. I was trying to be saved. So I'm thinking, who can I go to save me from this situation, because I couldn't talk to nobody about it. So it also made me super clingy and dependent on men, people, because I know what it's like to be abused or to be secluded, you know what I'm saying, or feel so alone that I want to, that as soon as somebody sees me, I've been away all this time and been hiding what's really going on. As soon as somebody see me, I'm clinging to you. I know exactly why I did the things that I did now, because that's the feeling that I was looking for. Notice, the people always abandoned me. The people always embarrassed me. They always did the same exact thing, but I was chasing after that feeling. That was something I really had to face. Like, why was I doing stuff? Like, I had to, the walls of my heart had to get broken down, and I had to really go back to my past and really look at everything that I had been through and all the hurtful and painful situations and times where I wanted a man, I wanted him to choose me, and he didn't. And I wanted him to, or I expected him to be there for me, and he wasn't. From when I was younger, this ain't got nothing to do for me being older, because I'm 26. Just strictly off when I was younger. All the hurt and pain that it built in me, and all the dependency, the codependency, like all the latching, like I can't explain it better than latching. Like all the, I want somebody to come and help me, somebody to be there for me, because nobody has ever been there for me. I'm looking at him, I'm looking at him, I'm looking at him, I'm looking at him, and it's all these different situations. So if you can identify why you're doing something, it will make a lot more sense to you. You think you in love with this man, because also this is going to break down your delusion too. A lot of times you think you're in love with the man. You're not even in love with him. You're in love with the feeling that he gave you. You are in love with that feeling, because guess what? That same feeling, that happened to you years ago, that emotion that you were searching for, or that person or that maybe harmed you gave to you, it created something in you, and now you're looking for that feeling and whoever's going to give you that feeling. But to be honest, the feeling is familiar. It's not love. Like your inner child, or like the little girl in you recognizes this. That's how you form trauma bonds with people. That's how you don't have to have sex with people and you connect with them so easily, because something about them is familiar. But they having that feeling, they're able to give you that feeling that you had when you were a child. That's the first step to break a toxic cycle pattern with any man, is to know why you're there. What are you looking for? Are you looking for love? Are you looking for security? Are you looking for protection? Are you looking for being saved? Like, what are you actually looking for getting out of this? Like, why are you there? And what have you been doing, or what has happened in your life that has led you up to this moments repetitively? And so you have to be able to confront that and take that to God in prayer. And you got to look at yourself as well. You got to talk to yourself and really realize and recognize and look at what happened. You have to look at what happened. I'm not a licensed therapist or anything like that, but you got to get the tools that you need necessary. Go to therapy, literally go to therapy, get you a life coach, or if you can't do any of those things, get you a book that I love. That's thebomb.com by Kobe Campbell. Why am I like this? But you do have to go back to your past. And you know, as a person who had 2 kids, like, I mean, I had been through so much stuff, and I couldn't figure out why I was going through the stuff that I had went through. The reason I was going through the stuff I went through, a lot of times I saw all the stuff I went through in childhood. I repeated a cycle I saw almost down to the T. I repeated the cycle that I saw. It was being taught to me, and it was something that I had picked up. And it's not to blame anyone or anything, but it's to look at, okay, why am I doing something? What is motivating me to keep doing this exact same thing? So now that you know what is really driving that, you know, like why you keep going back to these same type of men and what's going on, even if you get a new man, like why are you not willing to say no? Like what is the feeling? And you know, either it's abandonment, you know, or you feel safe, you don't want to feel rejected, you feel seen. You know what you're actually looking for, right? So now I want you to look at the men in your life, and I want you to look at the relationships, and I want you to ask yourself, do you think a man who loves you would abandon you, or do you like your abuser? Do you think a man who loves you, seriously, do you think the man who loves you would make you feel like you did when you were a child? Who would make you feel scared? Who would make you feel afraid? Who would make you feel abandoned? Who would hide you? Who would do you dirty in private and hide it before others and before the world and make you suffer? Do you think a man who loves you would actually do any of those things to you? You have to really, really open your eyes and ask yourself that. Like, do you think this man that you feeling like you can't leave, or these men, I want you to take all 3 or 4 of the men that you keep rotating back, because it was the same with me. I was rotating the same couple of guys, and you know, I knew them for years. It was people I had knew, like, so I knew them, and I was like holding them to this standard because I knew them, and I'm like, oh, I can't get rid of them, or I'm a very loyal person as well. Like, once I choose people, so I try to stick it out with people. But you have to ask yourself this one question. If you trying to sit up there, right, and you constantly telling yourself like what this man did or what's going on, like he keep leaving me but he loves me, he doesn't love you. It's a delusion. He cussing me out, he just don't know how to express himself. He hates you. He's expressing it. He doesn't do what he says. He doesn't like you. He's doing it because a man who loves you wouldn't leave you and abandon you, but you're used to being abandoned. You're used to it already. Abandonment feels safe to you because it happened when you were a child. That was really hard for me. All the relationships I had built was toxic relationships because they all reminded me of my childhood. I used to be a girl who thought that it was okay to get cheated on. I used to think that though, because my dad used to do it. Not only to my mom, but to his other girlfriend that he had at the time. Now she was put up, so I had the stronghold for years, like literally this recently got broken, that I thought that being cheated on was cool as long as the man had money and he was put up. That's not okay either. A man who loves you shouldn't be cheating on you. He should value you. Nobody should tolerate being cheated on for money. But I want you to look at the validity, like the real life fact of what's going on with these men in these relationships and what's happening. Don't tell yourself a different story. Don't tell yourself another narrative. Don't you sit up there and say he got a lot of trauma. I don't care. What is he doing to you? Is he abandoning you? Is he disappearing on you and ghosting you and you accept him back every time? You're not a revolving door. You deserve better. But it's like when you're going through all this stuff, because I've been there, I know what it's like to be in so much pain that you don't even know what to do. You can't even see. I know what it's like to feel so heartbroken and shattered from your last 2 relationships, and you just trying to push with a new man and move forward, so you hoping it's gonna make you feel better. I know what that stuff is like. I really, really do. I know what it's like to want to be loved, want to be seen, and every man you're meeting can't even see you. They're sitting right next to you. They can't even see you. I know exactly what that's like. But you have to be real about what's going on. Now, once you understand like the reality of the situation that's going on, you gotta know that that situation is not okay. And when you realize that situation is not okay, it's going to be up to you to end it. It's going to be up to you to say no when this man comes back, because you have to see what he actually doing to you. Girl, this ain't even you. I want you to know this ain't even the real you. This person who going back into all these cycles and feeling stuck and dealing with the same man, girl, it's not you. It's not even the real you. You're doing what you were taught to do. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to even deal with that anymore. It's okay. And I want you to accept that, because a lot of women, even myself, I didn't accept that. I thought I had to keep going back. I thought this is what my life had to be like because these men were in it. You can get a new man, but you can love yourself. You can be valued. You can be with someone who will never think about leaving your life. Did you know that? And so as you realize why you did what you did, and then you can see why you're doing it, and you can look at the situation and see that what this person is doing is wrong, and you really don't deserve that. It's going to be up to you to cut the connections. Up to you to say no for the first time when this man tries to come back after his 1 year or 6 month disappearing act. No. What does that mean? You don't answer the phone, or you block him, or when he want to meet up with you, you stop being on the phone with him. Like you have the opportunity to stop giving men access to you, and you don't have to allow a man who has previously had access to you again. Because you slept with him 3 years ago doesn't mean you have to keep talking to him. Just because you kept dealing with any man 3 years ago or 2 years ago or a year ago don't even mean you got to keep dealing with them. Accept everything that happened the first time, and it is what it is. So the way that you break toxic patterns is you realize why you're doing it. Really see why you're doing it. Really confront what it is that's hurting you. And you feel that stuff. You go through your healing process, but you stop giving these men access to you. Say no when they want you outside at 10 o'clock at night. It's a decision. It's a decision, and it's a scary decision, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie, because I've been there before, where it's like you've been with this man, it's exciting, or you know what's about to happen, and it's like, if you say no, what's gonna happen? Is he gonna leave you? Is he gonna, what's gonna happen with the future? You don't know. You don't want to lose all these people. You don't want to be alone. But if you say no to being destroyed, you are saving yourself. I'm telling you, it's going to feel so much better. Healing is a scary process. It's so scary, but it feels way better than sleeping with a man don't love you, that don't value you, don't like you, because of the stuff he keep doing to you, and you trying to convince yourself it's something different. So girl to girl and woman to woman, I want you to know you can break these cycles. You can choose to say no the next time he decides to hit you up. You can learn your worth. You can. You are worth love. You are worthy of good things. You are worth so much more than what you're putting up with. You do not have to keep going through the same thing over and over again. I want you to hear me when I tell you, girl, like, you do not got to keep doing the same thing no more. Free yourself from the cycle by knowing that you can do differently. You do not have to keep doing the same. Listen, God will help you. Tell God you're tired and you tired with this situation. He will help you. Bro, God is the realest thing I ever encountered in my life. You can make the decision to stop. You can, but you got to know that you deserve better, and you got to understand what it is you're doing, why you're doing it, and what's going on, and the fact that you deserve better. Once you know you deserve better and you worth, you're not even going to tolerate something. You're not even going to tolerate that. If you were trying to sell a Louis Vuitton bag, would you tolerate going to Goodwill and they telling you what we can buy it for $20? Absolutely not. If it's in great condition, absolutely not. Because the value of that brand. So same way I want you to treat yourself valuable, I want you to know you're so valuable. You're so worthy of love. You're so amazing. And you're an awesome woman. And you have so much to see for your life that you haven't even seen yet. Don't let no man continue to treat you any type of way. If you don't want to deal with it no more, you do not have to. He don't got to come to your house and lay up because he said he had nowhere to go. Stop. You do not have to move in with him because he don't have nowhere to go. You do not have to move in with him because even if you have kids with him, you do not have to do it. If I could tell myself one thing, you don't have to do it. It's going to hurt you. But at the end of the day, you're going to be healed. At the end of the day, you're going to be happy and you will have peace knowing that you wasn't used. So girl to girl, this is how you get started with breaking a toxic pattern and cycles with the same exact men. By destroying the lies in your head telling you cannot move on. So girl to girl, share this with a girl who may be going through it. But if it helps you, it helps you. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.